awakening world or the inner and outer world. So here's the video.
Yeah, there are references to the Tao, so you guys should watch this. This is not put out by obviously a Tao group, but it's by I guess a syncretic organization that synthesizes some spirituality. Okay, so you guys should watch it. It's just pretty interesting.
In the beginning was the Logos,
Yeah, you gotta turn up
the Big Bang, the primordial.
So it's very interesting. It talks about, even though, the background is this group. It's called Awaken the World Film Group, whatever. They do what we call syncretism. Syncretism, syncretism. In Chinese, it's called 类品,类种的类, okay? 品 means to combine, combine or put together, 类品的方式. But anyway, okay, so if you just saw this, right, it mentioned obviously Buddhism, but it mentioned all religions. So at the very beginning, it will say that there's one root, the root of all religions throughout time, throughout history, throughout whatever human existence. So that root is what we call the Tao. In Chinese we call it the Tao. You can call it whatever, but because there's no name, right? Remember he mentioned Kierkegaard, which is part of the German. We call it. It's called the German subjective idealism. In Chinese, it's called 主观唯心主义. Okay, 主观唯心主义. Okay, subjective, which is very similar to really, in essence, it's Buddhism. It's really how Buddha. 主观 means subjective. Okay, it's not objective. Objective means external. Subjective means internal. Okay. So he said, if you define me. Oh no. He says if you try to define me, you negate me. Yeah. So that just means that.
What Lao Tzu said.
Right. It's If you he's talking about individual, right? This Kierkegaard. Okay. He's saying if you try to define me, you negate me.
If you name me.
Yeah. If you name me, that's what I thought. Yeah. So if you expand that to the highest level, it's exactly what Lao Tzu said. Right, 道可道, 非常道. Okay, but then he's talking about individual, but really individual is like saying if you try to define Buddha nature, you cannot define it. You cannot define Buddha nature. It's not just in me. It's in everywhere. It's everything. Okay, it's everything. So it's very interesting. All right. So and he's talking about using the concept of Akasha, right, which is it's a Hindu term. Akasha has different meanings. Okay, the ancient Greeks also, have a similar term. They call it ether. Okay, but so at the more material level, at the more base level of definition for Akasha, it's like they call the 第五行, the fifth element, right? Because in the ancient civilization, they all believe there's 四行, right? There's 土, right? Earth, 风, right? Wind, water, 水, and fire, 火, right? Or gas, you can say that. And then they say there's a fifth, and that's those forms that we can see, right? We can touch, we can see, we can feel. But there's a fifth element called ether, which is something that pervades everywhere. Okay, everywhere. It's within. Okay, so a lot of times we say, look at 空, empty space, right? 空. But ancients, they call it, there's an ether. There's a certain, you can say, energy or particles or whatever, inside. Okay, that's what they say. They call it ether. All right. Now, in Buddhism, in Hinduism, Buddhism, Akasha is more than just it's not the fifth element. It's like you can say it's an energy. So in science, we call it today dark energy, dark matter, right? But really, at a higher level, at the highest level, this Akasha, this energy, is still not enough, because there is also what we call logos or will. That's what we call Buddha nature. You understand? So there's a will. That means there's a consciousness or mind that says, we can do this. We can transform this. We can.
Force.
Yeah, you can say force. Yeah, or prime mover. You can say prime mover. There's a it's a will. Times you can will something. You know what I'm saying? You can say I can create something or not create something. So that's why you mentioned Brahma. Remember, when Brahma opened his eyes, the whole universe is created. And then when the Brahma closes his eyes, the universe disappears. So that means there's a will. I mean, they use the term Brahma to represent God, but because really, it from our cosmology term, okay, Brahma is only we call it a qitian, a deity, a deity. It's not really the supreme God, okay. I mean, because God is undefinable, okay, and then okay, all right. And even he mentioned Tesla. He says, oh, there's some kind of primordial force that's unknowable, right? So really, we're talking about our Buddha nature because our Buddha nature has a will. 有一个 will. What do you call that will? 就是一个心, yeah, I say 心, yeah, you can call it 心. I mean, I don't know. 就是说 you can say, I can create something. 你有或者没有, you can determine. Because energy itself is not, it has no, how can I say, has no will. No, it can't, it's not alive, what we call alive, okay, quote unquote alive. Because, a piece of rock, you can say it's energy because a rock has potential energy, kinetic energy, right? I mean, form. I mean, right? But there's something that can make it change, can make it transform. You get it? So that's what they say, Brahma. So Brahma opens eyes. The whole universe is created. So it's like our Buddha nature. Our Buddha nature has that will to say, I can create the whole universe. Yeah, you can. You can. Okay? Or you can say, I don't have to create it. I can have no universe or something like that, okay? Oh, no form or whatever, all right? So that's a notion, what we call Akasha. I mean, we in Buddhism, we don't use that. We just say it's 妙空, okay? 有, there's a 有, 一个妙就是有. There's something, some will, consciousness, and yet it's empty because that consciousness is formless, but it has energy. See, okay? So really, this 妙空 has two sides, two aspects, you can call it. Okay? This one has two aspects to it. One is this, we call Buddha nature, this 有 or consciousness. We call this some kind of indescribable, what did it say? Neutral, dimensionless, and timeless. Right? This neutral, that means there's no, or equanimity, that means there's no bias. It just is, okay? It's neither male, female, right? It's neutral. It's timeless, meaning no beginning, 不生不灭, no beginning, no end. And dimensionless, no big, no small. It's indescribable, right? Okay, so it's this, and yet there's this energy. This kong, this emptiness has this energy. You see, so it's 合一, you have to become one, okay? But then from this one comes everything. We can create infinite universe, infinite whatever, okay? Whatever realities, infinite. Just like the fractal geometry, okay? There's infinite, but yet it follows a certain principle. Yeah? Follows a certain principle. Okay, this principle we say it's the Tao. The Tao, we call it the Tao. Or you can say God, follows. So 有一个理跟一个知. So that's why we say, right? 理 or 道德, right? 道跟德, 理跟知, right? All that, okay? So we can say it's logos and akasha or whatever. I mean, logos and vibration energy, whatever. Just dark energy, dark matter, whatever. Okay. So also I want to mention the fact talking about they talked about the fractal geometry, that they say there's certain patterns, right? Okay, remember the karma class I gave many weeks ago, several months ago? Okay, I mentioned fractal geometry, right? So so everything we in this because we are looking at it from our own conscious mind, right? Intellectual mind, and looking at it from the physical phenomena. We say, oh, there's so many infinite possibilities, so everything seems to be random, right? So that's why we say, oh, life is like random, just like, how come some people are born poor, some people are born, rich, famous, etc., etc., etc. So it's random. No, it's not random, because it's part of karma. The reason why it appears random is that because there are so many, you can say, possibilities or variations, combinations. It's just that it's so huge, it's infinite. You can say it's infinite, but yet it follows a certain, you can say, pattern or certain principle or law, and that's what karma is. The law is the causality, the law of causality, cause and effect, 因果. But yet, its possibilities are like, you can say, infinite or endless. You see what I'm saying? Because it happens over what? Time. I mean, the time is infinite. It has no time constraint. You see what I'm saying? So that's why. Okay, so it mentioned that. Let's see, what else did it talk about? I was going to mention certain things. Okay, I don't know why it came to the. Oh yeah, it talked about.
What is Bodhisattva?
Oh yeah, Bodhisattva. Yeah. What's the definition of Bodhisattva?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the definition of Bodhisattva?
Bodhisattva. Does that mean the awakened?
Yeah, it's a person, it's a sentient being, okay, it's a sentient being who has awakened to their Buddha nature. That means they are awake. Now, yeah, we got to define, what's awaken mean? Awaken means that, it doesn't mean that they're yet at a Buddha level, okay, because when you're at the Buddha level, you don't have to say anything. You're just is, okay? That's why they say 如来 or 如如不动, okay? But before you are at that level, right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, there's a difference. Before you're at that level, you still need to have a, how can I say, awakening, or you can select, say, a light go off in the head, because, yeah, there is a me, there's a true, not me, true self, there's a 真我, okay, there's a true master, or you want to call it true master, okay? So when you have that idea, say, oh, I have this true master. So that's like the beginning stage of say, oh, you realize something, yeah, you realize. You can say it's like the process of realization to the ultimate truth, to the ultimate reality, to the ultimate you, or not ultimate Buddha nature, okay? Buddha state of Buddhahood, or okay, Buddha being, okay? So it's that process. So that's why Bodhisattva is that, or another way of saying, maybe simpler, but let's simplify. Okay, we have sentient beings, 众生, right? We have 众生, right? Sentient beings, that's, you can say humans or animals, right? That's 众生. And then you have Buddha, right? We say Buddha, that means totally enlightened being, okay? All right? A bodhisattva is really in between. You can say it's in between. You can say it's like the connection, the link, right? So when a human being started to become enlightened, okay, or to realize that they have a Buddha nature, okay, then that's the beginning stage of bodhisattva. The beginning stage. And bodhisattva has many levels, remember? Has many levels, right? In the 华严经, 他说有 52, 53, right? 53 levels in the Avatasaka Sutra, okay? 华严经, chapter 26 especially, okay? It talks about the 53, 52 或者53程度, right? The 52 or 53, depends on how you count it, okay? Levels, you know that? So that's why it's called a process. It's a process, you get it? Okay? It's a process towards the path of ultimate reality or ultimate truth. In other words, Buddhahood, okay, towards Buddhahood. You get it? So that's why in the end, yeah, he did mention, I don't know why they mentioned the four in measure, the four great vows, right? The four great vows. Really, the four great vows, okay, remember the Eight Noble Paths class I did? I talk about the four great vows, remember? And really, the four great vows come from what? It's a direct. It's the ultimate conclusion, or you can say, the logical end to what? From what? That's the goal. Okay, you can say the four great vows is the goal. It's the result. What's its cause? Anybody know? Come on. The eightfold path. What's the first? What's the first one? First one. Yeah, 四真谛. Yeah, the four noble truths. So, what's the four noble truths? 苦寂灭道, right? 苦寂. I mean, in Chinese, they summarize as 苦寂灭道, which is the four noble truths, okay? What's the first noble truth? The truth of suffering, dukkha, right? They call it suffering. Suffering is really too narrow, but that's okay. We don't want to get into too much definition. It just means dissatisfaction or whatever, imperfection, okay? The second one, 寂 means, 寂literally means combination or the gathering, collection. But really, in Buddhism, in Hinduism, when the translation is the truth of the cause of dukkha, which is what? What's the cause? Yeah, because we have what? Desires, attachments, etc. Right? Desires, attachments, all that. So that's the cause of our suffering, of our affliction, of the 苦, of the dukkha. Okay, the cause. 苦的因是什么？就是那. That's the second truth. And what's the third truth? He says that we can eliminate. Right? We can eliminate, get rid of, whatever, annihilate the what? The causes, the sufferings. By what? By what? By learning all these dharmas, right? By learning all the dharmas, right? By learning the dharmas, okay? And then the fourth truth is that there is a path, there's a way to attain ultimate enlightenment, Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, which is to follow the Eightfold Paths, right? Remember I did that class? And so if you look at the four 四真谛, the first 第一真谛, right? The first truth, truth of suffering, leads to the what? The first vow. You get it? The first vow is what? You vow to say, right, however innumerable sentient beings are, I vow to save them all. To rescue them, to rescue them from the suffering, from the dukkha. You get it? Right? So that's from the first truth, it leads to the first vow. Right? Get it? But the second truth is that what? The cause of suffering, right, of the dukkha is due to what? Afflictions or passions, desires, attachments. And so that leads to the second vow. He goes, however inexhaustible are the afflictions or are the passions or sufferings, I vow to extinguish them all. You get it? I vow to rid them all. 就是, right? Okay, that's the second vow.
All
Then,
worries.
yeah, all worries, yeah. Affliction is broader. Yeah, 烦恼, yeah, 任何烦恼. Then the third truth is what? There is a cause of all these afflictions, desire, all these, you can say, pain, suffering, whatever. Okay? And so that leads to the third vow, which is to what? The only way to eliminate them is to, right, it's to master all the teachings, 法门, 法, yeah, dharma, 法. So the third vow is what? However incomparable the dharmas are, I vow to master them. 你要 master them. That means you have to know them. Yeah, know it. You have to master it. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, learning is part of it. Yeah. So okay, and you have to apply it too. That's why master it. Okay. And then the fourth truth is what? There's a path, right? There's a path. And so what's that path? The conclusion. What's the vow? Is that however incomparable the path of Buddhahood is, I vow to achieve it or attain it. And what is that path? Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi, 无上正等正觉, or 阿耨多罗三藐三菩提, which is Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. That's the direct Chinese translation, which is 无上正等正觉. Wow, that's the highest. We can't even imagine it. That's a Buddha. That's a Buddha. Not a Bodhisattva. Bodhisattva is the different levels. If you're at the 52nd level, you are there. You are there. You just need to say yes or no. That's it. 第五色等嘛, right? 五色层. Yeah. See, that's the highest Bodhisattva. You're basically a Buddha. It's just that you have to agree. You have to agree. Say, okay, yeah, okay, fine. So it's almost indescribable, that path. Okay, so that's the fourth vow. You get it? So the four vows come from the Four Noble Truths. You know that? It's the logical, you can say, conclusion or the end result of the Four Noble Truths. You know? Huh? No, it's like the ultimate end. It's the end result. You can say the end result of the Four Noble Truths, 四真谛. Okay, you get it? So I don't know. So this video, it talk about a lot of things. That's because it's approaching from what? It's not approaching from the one. It's approaching from the many, from the infinite to go to the one. You get it? So it's the other way. And that's why, because it follows forms, right? It talks about all the vibrations. It's that energy. So that's why there's no 完空. You understand? There's no such thing as 完空, because there is at least this Akasha, and then on top of Akasha, there's this will. There's this Akasha really at the highest level means it's both. It's both. It has both this will and this energy. And this energy, they define, or one perspective, one view is to look at it as a vibration. Really, when we look at the more scientifically, they call it the vibration because it's really dealing with quantum mechanics. You know that? Quantum mechanics. Quantum mechanics, okay? I don't know in Chinese what's called quantum mechanics. Yeah, 量子学, 量子物理学, yeah, whatever. It's very advanced because they say the particles are always in motion. Remember, right? Yeah. There's no the particle don't. It's not stationary.
You can say it's the wave.
Wave particle duality. Yeah, same thing, same idea. But everything is created out of this wave particle duality. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we call it vibration. Yeah. So. Yeah, string theory. That's why it's like string theory. Yeah, it's quantum. Yeah, from quantum mechanics. It's from quantum mechanics. Okay. Yeah, you can say string. I was going to say that. Yeah, it's based on. But then that's still science. You understand? It's really unknowable. The highest level, it's unknowable. You cannot describe. So we say 不可思议. Okay. So this logos, this Akasha, this Buddha nature, this sunyata. That's why I want to use the term sunyata. Sunyata is really a combination of Akasha and this consciousness. You know that? That's what sunyata, that's what kong means, okay? Or 妙空, that's what I was saying. 妙空, okay? So, and that goes in line with our lecture 4 of what we're talking about, right? 一即往所知, right? 一即往所知, okay? All right? I talked about that last week, right? Oh, I just got into it, but anyway. So I mean, you guys can view there are three other parts to it. Okay, this is just the first part, so it's more like a overall view. Okay, the general concept. Then it talks more in detail about the other, about the serpent and the lotus and the spiral and something else I forgot. But anyway, but you guys can view it. It's pretty interesting in the sense that it's nice graphics, nice video, and nice visuals and nice music. So but that's really in the highest level. The essence is really the Tao. We're talking about Tao. What's the root of all beliefs, religions? Right? That's the Tao. You get it? Okay. So the external we see. Yeah, it's like the root. There's one root, that's so many branches, and that's all the different religions over all the different civilizations and time and whatever, languages, people, cultures, etc., etc. See, so that's why all religions have one root, and that's the Tao. You get it? So that's the Tao that we are talking about, okay? Which is the source, the origin, the one. You can call it the one, ultimately the one. Understand? So that's really, when we talk about Buddha nature, we're talking about that one. That one. But that one has, you can say, two aspects, right? Two aspects. The Buddha nature and this, you can say, Akasha, this boundless, infinite energy, you can call it, or invisible energy, whatever you want to call it, okay? Or vibration force, whatever you want to call it, okay? That's the one. It has both. Why? It's one, not two. Because it's dimensionless, right? If you have two, isn't that a dimension, right? Duality, right? So that's why it has none, right? And it's also timeless. 无生无灭, right? Timeless. That you can say no beginning, no end. You get it? And it's neutral, so it means absolute.
So now the first video is out, over. So do we have any questions after explanation?
Yeah, my explanation? I don't know. I don't know if I can explain.
Any questions or comments on the video?
Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
A while ago, I read a headline And it says like, while some scientists, they're still going on an uphill journey to look for the truth or seek the truth. Buddha is already on a hilltop 1,000 years ago with the truth in his mind. So this is really amazing. A lot of things we see in nature, like we see today the patterns of the leopard, or flowers, and everything that happens in our human world. They don't just happen randomly. There's
Underlying
the invisible,
principle, right?
the
Track.
invisible
一个轨道
force.
There's a 轨道 in Chinese in the Tao we call it 有个轨道 there's a 轨道 literally means track, okay, so it's a track,
Yeah.
that it follows. So it follows a what? Principle. There's a lead, 一个 lead. It follows what? The principle. So it's not random. Remember, that's why I mentioned that. It appears random because there are infinite variations. 无限无量的变化. You understand? So that's why it appears random. We say, oh, look at nature. It's random, right? I was talking about karma, but it applies to everything, every natural phenomena, right? So that's why I use the fractal geometry. We have to use fractal geometry. And that's what science is. Really, that's what science is. Remember fractal geometry? You see that fractal, the Mandelbrot equation, okay? So you say one pattern, right? You see one pattern. Then you zoom in. So it's like in science, we have a new breakthrough. Let's say we come up with a new theory, like Einstein's theory or whatever theory, string theory. So then you zoom in, you go into that pattern, then you find that, oh, it repeats itself. It's also a whole new world. So that's why science, it's similar, it's parallel. That's why people say, oh, we use science, we pursue science. But really science, when you make a breakthrough, you end up with more questions. Huh? More questions.
We can
You get it?
We can come back to just take very simple examples. Why we were born in our parents' family. Why husband and wife are together. Why we were born with all the brothers and sisters.
So it's not random.
Not randomly.
Yeah.
There's an affinity and calmness there.
Right,
All
right.
cause and effect.
Right.
There's a reason there.
Right. So that's the principle. So
Yeah.
理就是因果
Yeah.
缘分的理
Then why we are not born in Africa or Mid East? Maybe they're suffering, right? Some people don't even have food to eat. Why we have food to eat in USA? So this a lot of, that means we have done some good things in previous life. We have good things. But however, we also lucky enough to receive Tao, propagate Tao this lifetime. So we need to continue that.
Yeah.
So avoid
We're fortunate.
the best time.
Karma.
A lot of times, if we can cultivate this lifetime enlightened, and then coming back down the road, we still can come back, but have different mission there to do other things.
Well, you have a choice.
Yeah,
You have a
better choice. Yeah.
So that's the will. That's the will.
Yeah.
Okay, 那个叫 volition.
Yeah.
See, 这个
For the human being, for animals,
they have no
most
choice.
of the people don't have a choice. They were born in certain area. Some human may have a choice.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
but most of them don't have a choice.
Yeah.
But
Master
Buddhas, all the Buddhas, they have a choice.
have a
They're
choice.
coming down, which frame they want to go, where do we want to go, they have a choice. Like your aunt, is it right?
Yeah.
Right?
My aunt,
She
yeah.
chose.
Yeah.
She reborn in mainland
Come
China,
back, yeah,
right?
yeah.
So she went back to reborn. So
At least she has a choice.
yeah, they have a choice where to go, which family they want to born. They were born in their family. So it's kind of interesting.
Yeah. So it's not random. That's why because people always look at life and say everything's so random, right? Why some people poor? Why some people so rich, right? Why am I here? Why are they not there?
And the
people
other
don't
thing
see
is
that.
when we get on the street, see why accident happened to that person or happened to somebody else. Okay, why?
Karma.
That's the reason behind it. We don't see that.
Yeah, we don't
Always
see it. Yeah.
the other things
Yeah.
behind the
See,
person.
we don't see the
We
principle.
don't see that. But when Buddha came down, they can see our past. They can see us now. They can see our future too. What's going to happen to us too? They also can see that. So sometimes they give us a lot of hints. So we got to have enough wisdom. When teacher says something or Buddha says something in the Dhamma class, we got to use our intelligent wisdom to say, what does that mean? So to send a message to all of us. So
Yeah, we have to use our wisdom. Yeah,
Yeah.
so 理跟知, okay, it's really inseparable. Okay, so that's why later on, that's why in lecture 第四个 he talked about the 七字, right? 七事, 七字, no, 七事, the sixth consciousness, seven and eighth consciousness. This video also mentioned, also alluded to It's really the eighth consciousness. He calls it about alaya consciousness. He says everything is preserved there. It's like some cloud, some kind of cloud storage, right? Cloud site that every consciousness, everybody, it's stored there. It's whatever. Okay, but that's similar to like
especially
the eight consciousness.
lecture. They will talk about one philosophy. It's very interesting because I didn't know that in the beginning. He said a lot of time we have a lot of affinity and karmas out there, which we don't touch them. But once we start thinking
Think
about it, all kind of
Yeah,
stuff,
attracts.
we will attract those affinity and
It can
karmas
happen.
back
It
to
will
us,
happen.
and something will happen.
Yeah.
So if we don't think about it, just
Yeah. Let it go.
let it go, then we will not attract those affinity and karmas to make something happen.
Yeah, 因为因已经
Yeah.
有了 we already have the cause. It's like this eighth consciousness. The eighth consciousness,
Yeah.
okay, stored, right? So it has the seed, you can say, the cause is already created, either from previous life, whatever. So, but then for it to remember
To mature.
Yeah, remember my lecture on causality? I also mentioned it, right? I also mentioned,
Yeah.
go back to the notes. You need a secondary condition, which is
Make
what?
it mature.
Right, yeah, just sort of like a seed. If you just have a seed, and I keep it in a box,
In the soil.
is it going to grow? Of course not. But if I plant it in soil, I add water, sunlight, it's going to grow. So the water, the soil, the sunlight is like our thoughts.
Our thoughts.
Or you can say desire, or attachment. Even attachments, okay, are those secondary causes. So if you combine the seed, which is the direct cause, you can say it's the original cause or primary cause, and then you add all the secondary conditions to it, of course it's going to happen, you see? So that's why Lecture Liu always say we have to let go of our thoughts and affinities, right? There are two parts, okay? Because the thoughts is for the future, or not the future, but for the thoughts will how can I say? The thoughts will move or cause or activate. Maybe that's a better term. Activate our hidden causes, or our previous cause. The affinities will how can I say? It's already going to happen, but we should not try to run away from it, because you're going to create more. You see what I'm saying? You're going to create more. So we just have to 什么讲？随缘应
欢喜心甘愿。
Yeah, 欢喜随。That means we should just accept it. That means because it's going to happen already. It's already part of our karma. Okay, so we just accept it and do not 不要有一个舍跟一个那个舍跟去 ，yeah， 就是攀缘了 ，OK， 舍跟去就是 do not try to because if you do that, then you create more. It causes more. You get it? The idea is to end all karma. Okay, the idea is to end. Why? Because if you don't end it, that means next time you're gonna have to come back. Next time that's why they say don't have pets and all that other stuff.
That's why whatever happened to us on daily life, just happily accept it and then let it go.
Really, when we say accept, really it should be neutral. 中就是无为，中讲中庸， you can say 中庸 but it's mean 中立的 neutral. You understand? Approach it
Just naturally.
Yeah, neutral.